Today we've got the all-new 250Z from Barra Airguns. All right guys, the moment we've been waiting for. Been working on this bad boy for a long time. Really excited to finally show it off in more detail. We presented this at the SHOT Show earlier this year. Since then we've made a few improvements and we're gonna run through all of that today. Got myself, J-Wag, and Gio, so let us know if you have any questions, but hey, let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
First off, the easiest thing, it's gonna come in 22 and 25 caliber, and you have a tan version that Gio's holding here, and then I've got the Veil camo version as well. Basically, you'll have a few variations. We're also launching a Canada compliant model in both 22 and 25 caliber as well.
So let's talk about some of the features on the 250Z. Let's start at the top here. The gun does not come with sound suppression, but we do have 1/2x20 threads at the muzzle, so you can add that. And of course, not having that sound suppression and looking at this barrel, you might suspect something is up, and this is where the air is stored. The air is stored around the barrel. And in fact, we have 322 cc's of air capacity. The max fill pressure is 3,600 PSI. And so you can really pack a lot of air. This is a bare to hand pump, so you might want to also have a compressor handy. And then coming on down the line, you can see we have M-LOK slots, so you can add bipods and other such accessories. Looking here on the underside, we have a port for the fill probe. And then we have our reservoir pressure gauge. We have our regulator output pressure gauge, and in between, we have the regulator adjustment screw. So you can actually adjust this regulator without having to take the gun apart. And so that makes it really nice for tuning. Speaking of tuning, right out of the box in 25 caliber, you'll get 40 shots, about 50-ish foot-pounds of energy. In 22, you get the same shot count, but about 40 foot-pounds. And of course, as I already mentioned, you can adjust the regulator, you can adjust the hammer spring. And so if you want to shoot hotter than that, you can do so. If you just want to plink quietly in the backyard, you can do that as well. So it's a very versatile gun.
Yeah, and we'll do a couple separate videos. We'll just link those up here where you can see installing accessories. If you're not familiar with that, we're going to run through it. It's a pretty straightforward process once you get into it. And then the regulator adjustments, how to properly do that if you're wanting to do different tunes. A few other things like Gio said, I'll kind of go over the back half of the gun here. This is a bolt action rifle, not a side lever. You're gonna cycle the bolt just like you would a standard bolt action rifle. And it is gonna come with a single shot tray. It will have 2 magazines in the box. So these are metal magazines with a clear cover. And that magazine is gonna be seated with just a little magnet here on the underside of your rotary mag, and it'll just lock right into place into the breech. Whatever you want to do, if you want to shoot with, hey, just one at a time, you've got the tray installed right at the box, or you've got the extra mags. This also has a 2-stage adjustable trigger. It has a AR compatible grip. So if you have a certain grip that you really like shooting with, you're able to put that on the gun. Very important note, it does not take beaver tail style AR grips, but it's compatible with all other AR grips that we've tested that do not have a beaver tail. Coming further down, we have a adjustable sock in both length of pull and cheek adjustment. So really, however you want to set up your rifle, you can easily do that by simply compressing the button here, and then you're able to adjust the height of the cheek rest simply by loosening this bolt, setting it to the level that you want, and then locking that in place. Now it also does have a QD sling mount on either side of the rifle. Now this is also compatible where you're able to remove this stock here, and if you have a different stock that you prefer, you're able to put that on. You'll need to check, there are many different types of compatibility, so you'll want to make sure that it is compatible with this, but it will take Mil Spec style standard stocks. It does have a cross bolt safety. Please note, the safety cannot be engaged unless the gun is cocked. So if your rifle is not cocked and you're thinking, wow, I can't get the safety engaged, well, it won't engage. You need to cock the rifle in order for that the cross bolt to be pressed. So there's a little press to fire notice here and a red section showing it's ready to fire. So this is something we really worked hard on to produce a lot of power. We think you're gonna love it. And one thing we really believe at Barra, you know, we're a young company, but we really wanna support the items that we launch, and you know, we don't wanna leave you guys out to dry. So over the next month, you're gonna have really all the parts and components available. If you have any issues, of course, reach out to us, the customer service team. They're gonna be happy to help you resolving issues if you do have any concerns, questions, but we'll also have spare O-rings, pressure gauges, stocks, magazines, regulators. Something we also have available are pellets. So we're gonna be launching more of these in the future, but right now we have some good weighted pellets for like the 25 caliber, for example, that are a heavier grain, so about 34 grains, which is a pretty good weight for these guns to really still have good velocity and good power. We also have a wide variety of 22 caliber pellets available on the site, so feel free to check those out. Let us know what you think about this gun. Let us know what you want to see next. We're always working on new stuff, and we'd love to hear from you because we want to launch things that you're excited about and that help you have a good time and enjoy the outdoors. So get out there and shoot Barra.